And most Americans, I think the ratio is like 90% of Americans, or like over half, or over 50% of Americans don't even have $1,000 saved up in their bank account, which is all right, y'all. Today I'm going to be talking about how I saved over $10,000 twice. I almost did this when I was 19, and I did it when I was in my 20s till 21. And the way I did it when I was almost 19, I was actually working at Dollar Tree, and I was getting paid, Dollar Tree money, minimum wage. But I was saving damn near 85% of my checks because I had a very specific goal in my head, and I had a certain place I wanted to be. And I didn't care about spending money on shoes or clothes or anything. I had a very, very clear vision of what I wanted, and I stood disciplined. The number one, this video can be wrapped up in 30 seconds. It's discipline. The bottom line is discipline. Saving X amount of money for X amount of time, you're going to get there, right? For example, if you say I'm going to put away $1,000 every single month, right? I'm going to save $1,000 no matter what bills come, no matter what comes, I'm going to put away $1,000 every month. If you do that every month for 10 months, you have $10,000. It's really that easy. And people will be like, oh, well, this, that, and the third, or it's easy to say. Those are just excuses. If you put your mind to it and you say $1,000 every single month, no debate, I'm not debating with myself, I'm putting it away, I'm going to stay disciplined, you will have your $10,000. Case in point, that's exactly what I did. And actually, I was saving more than $1,000, which is why I saved over, 10 grand. And if you ask me personally, I'm not trying to sound braggadocious. I don't really think 10 grand's a lot of money. It's life-changing money for some people. But for me, I'm trying to get to the hundreds of thousands, the 200Ks, the 500Ks, the millions of dollars. That's where I want to be in life. That's what I'm going to be in life. That's what I'm going to go get. And, you got to start off small at the basic fundamental level. So if you can't expect to get to 100K or 200K if you can't even save up $1,000 or $10,000. It takes discipline. And of course, the more money you make, the easier it is going to be to save, right? Or it should be. And bottom line is just discipline. I had the discipline. I had told myself, like, every single day, like, I'm going to save 80% of what I make, 90% of what I make. And the 10% that I had either went to bills or food or just things that I needed. That was it. I really didn't spend my money on bullshit. Maybe a video game here or there every other month. I smashed my goal, to be honest. And a lot of things did hold me back. Like, I remember having a few cars that I had to buy. Like, you spend $4,000 on a car here, $3,000 on a car here. And when your cars keep messing up and the engines keep breaking, you have to keep buying cars. And then, you get to 8,000 and you get set back to 5. Or you get to 6,000 and you get set back to 2. So I had a lot of setbacks, which is why I said I almost did it when I was 19, but I had car issues that held me back. It wasn't because of discipline. It wasn't because I wasn't working hard. It was just due to circumstance. And with that being said, I still almost did it when I was 19, and I ended up doing it 2 years later. While going to school and working part-time, I still did it. So there's really no excuse, and it's all about being disciplined. And if a 21-year-old could do it, a 22-year-old could do it, a 25-year-old could do it. And, most Americans, I think the ratio is like 90% of Americans, or like over half, or over 50% of Americans don't even have $1,000 saved up in their bank account, which is absolutely ridiculous to me. And don't blame the economy. Don't blame your race. Don't blame any of that. I'm not white. I'm actually a minority. I'm Puerto Rican. So I feel like I can say that. Do not blame your race. I don't care what race you are. Asian, black, Hispanic, white. There's no excuse to why you cannot put money away if you put the work in. Stop having this victim mentality and thinking it's America's fault or your job's fault. No, it's your fault. If you don't make the money you want to make, it's your fault, period. You know what I'm saying? You have no one else to look to unless you're handicapped or mentally disabled. You don't have any excuse on why you're not where you want to be in life. We live in a capitalistic country, and the American dream is, if you want to be the top of the top, you can be if you put the work in. If you put the work in, you can be. There's plenty of famous Puerto Ricans who are rich and famous. Black people, Asian people, white people. So if we're all the same color and race, why can't we do it too? The difference is you ain't putting in the work. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up on how I saved 10K. Like I said, it was just discipline, putting X amount of money away, not spending my money on clothes or hoes or bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Just put the money away, stack your bread, and grind for a little bit, because, when you're older, it's only going to get harder to save because you're going to have more responsibility. And I'm out.